This is a first edition of the first ever Bodice Ripper published in the United States. It looks like this is the book club edition. Now, I do want to clarify that Bodice Rippers are not the same thing as general market romance that was published around the same time. Bodice Rippers are characterized by historical and/or Gothic settings, as well as violence, particularly sexual violence. It is very common in a Bodice Ripper for the female main character to be essayed by the male main character. Sometimes it is what we would call like dubcon or dubious consent, where there is ambiguity as to whether things are consensual or not, but a lot of times it's just explicitly rape. I do want to emphasize that Barbara Cartland, Georgette Hare, etc. did not write Bodice Rippers. In fact, most authors didn't. But in 1972, this book, The Flame and the Flower by Kathleen E. Woodiwiss, was published by Avon, launching the Bodice Ripper trend in the United States. Bodice Rippers were controversial then, and they are still controversial now, as I am very sure my comment section will demonstrate. Bodice Rippers do have some similarities to the dark romance trend we've seen in recent years, but they are different subgenres. They aren't quite the same thing, but they are controversial for the same reasons. However, I am of the belief that art does not need to be aspirational or idealized. I am not interested at all in debating under what circumstances authors are allowed to write about certain topics. What I am very interested in is how authors in the past and now write about characters who do objectively bad things. That is very interesting to me. So I do know what I am getting into by reading this, and I am reading it for historicity's sake. I'm a little scared to read this particular copy since it is over 50 years old. But I have acquired a copy from the library that I am now reading, so let me know if you would like to hear my thoughts once I finish.